Let's get into it. Disastrous rollout of the Trump-approved TikTok. So just to catch you guys up to speed, we only have 30 minutes. So I have to make this quick. But you know it's Ask Domnet. So if you have more questions, just ask me. What happened? Well, the American government decided, well, you know what? China might be collecting too much information on our citizens. I don't really hate it. I don't really care. What I post online is all public anyway. So, whatever. But so we're going to buy TikTok, the US-based asset of TikTok, the consumer data, all of it. TikTok bought by USA, but not the government. Who? Well, they bought it by a private company controlled by Larry Ellison, some other billionaires, blah, blah, blah. Now, the whole rollout was supposed to just be, quiet. Everybody continues scrolling, nothing to see here. But guess what? When people started logging into the new servers controlled by American-based companies, controlled by, we're going to just say, government-allied supporters, they realized certain things weren't happening. Certain people's reach were not getting out there as much. If you were criticizing the president, your reach was not getting as much as it used to. Whoa, what happened there? If you were talking about ICE, obviously big topic, your reach was not getting as much as it used to. I don't care if you're white, black, Republican, Democrat, independent, or a freaking bird. If you want to chirp and other people want to listen, I believe you should. I don't have to agree with you. I don't even have to listen to you. I can scroll up. But when people are saying, wait, you know what? The reach is not getting there. Something's wrong. And then comes the big one. So you couldn't criticize the president as much this weekend, allegedly. And remember, people, this is all alleged. You couldn't criticize certain words. And then people said, wait, I can't even type the word Epstein in the search. Whoa. The word Epstein wasn't coming in the search anymore. Well, TikTok said, well, you know what? We had power outages around the country. That's why some of these things weren't working. We fixed it. We've resolved it. Power outages. I mean, I don't know if there's an Epstein server somewhere that went down, right? Like you can't type it. Weird. But in an Ask Domnet exclusive, I had to get answers. I said, well, people aren't being able to write certain things, aren't being able to criticize certain people, aren't being able to criticize certain organizations. It seems like we are being, dare I say it, censored. So, fortunately, in the miracle of technology, we decided, let's go get an interview. The guy at the top, Adam Presser.
The change to Zionist.
What we did, we ended up getting an interview digitally with the help of technology and my producer of Adam Presser. So welcome, Adam Presser. Let's get right into it. Adam, we're being criticized. TikTok, I'm on the home team here. The word Zionist is not being received well on TikTok, new TikTok. Is Zionist hate speech? What's going on there? Can people use it?
We made a change to designate the use of the term Zionist as a proxy for a protected attribute as hate speech.
Whoa, okay, so now Zionist, guys, hate speech, just new, learn that on Ask Domnet. So nobody can use that word Zionist hate speech, correct, Adam? I mean, nobody, there's a lot of people that say that they're proud Zionists, though, so they're going to get censored too.
So if somebody were to use Zionist, of course you can use it in the sense of you're a proud Zionist, but if you're using it in the context of degrading somebody, calling somebody a Zionist as a dirty name, then that gets designated as hate speech to be moderated against.
Whoa, okay, breaking news. Thank you for clearing that up. I don't know that it's very clear to us, though. It's hate speech sometimes, maybe not hate speech other times, but I'm not even touching that. But the problem is that Twitter, and we're having a little camera issue here, Adam, but Twitter was banning people earlier on, and Elon bought Twitter because of this, right? So is the conversation going to be the same for TikTok?
To be moderated against. Over the course of 2024, we tripled the amount of accounts that we were banning for hateful activity. We also...
Whoa, okay, Adam. So you guys are banning accounts for hateful activity. Where are you getting these sources from? Who's telling you? Is this everybody? This community notes like Reddit?
also have, I think, over 24 Jewish organizations that are constantly feeding us intelligence and information when they spot violative trends.
Okay, Adam. Okay, the last question here. You're being too grateful with your time. So, okay, organizations giving you feedback. Where is the finish line? Where is the finish line? Is there such a thing as an end game in all this banning and censorship?
There is no finish line. There's no finish line to moderating hate speech, identifying hateful trends, trying to keep the platform safe. There's no such thing as an end game.
Okay. Adam Presser, new CEO of TikTok. Thank you. There you have it there, folks. TikTok is being criticized for possibly censorship. We don't know what that really looks like at the end. But this is the Ask Dom Net show, so I want you to come out of here with some value, not just complain. What does this mean for you? Well, there are a lot of things that this might mean. It might mean that your day goes on as normal and it doesn't matter. It might mean that you figure out a void that you can fill. There are more applications that are getting more and more downloads, getting more activity. Do I think TikTok is going anywhere? Absolutely not. Do I think it's going to continue to grow and scale? Probably. The best way to grow and scale TikTok is if these billionaires probably just start paying creators more. That it's a proven concept that if your content starts going viral, you start making more money on the platform. You start tending to forget the ideology and policies of these platforms. So do I think there's going to throw more money behind it to sweep it all under the rug? I absolutely do. There's going to be a lot of dollars going to it, and I don't know how that's going to affect the growth of TikTok, but as of this weekend, it was disastrous.